child, it's only a part two because it's playing. But yeah, not falling back from a responsibility, not falling back from what it is that you had to learn, not learning something and then having to fall back, not getting the information and then bitch learning a little bit of something that is it's causing a fallback. Like bitch, fall back. Fall back. Fall back. Not you receive something. Girl, ain't nobody ever even know that you needed to receive that, bitch. That was a thought and a feeling. That was a thought and a personal feeling. Child. King of the club. Who at the bottom? Who at the bottom, child? Nine of spade. Nine of spade. So at least she was wise about what it is that be wise is the wisdom, is the traveling and what it is that you've learned. Not traveling in what it is that you've like educated yourself on your teaching, honey. Your teaching. What it is that you have. You got the queen and the king of the club, honey. So not only is you giving your grand support, not only is you giving your grand support to what it is that you're learning, you know, you receive something. You receive something. It's because of the receivables, bitch. Whatever the receivables is, fuck the receivables. What flight say? What flight say? What's flight say? What was created in the fucking world stays in the world, bitch. I ain't gonna be able to take this goddamn loose leaf piece of paper with me, nor these fucking alphabets and goddamn words and stuff and symbols. Even if I fucking could, bitch. Who would? Who would? Who would? Even if you fucking could. Alright. King. Who that? Who that? 11, 12, 13. Then you done got a 10, so that's 23. Then you got a 12, so that's 5. That's a 35. That's an 8. Honey, that's Scorpio vibes. What's going on with Scorpio? All this shit. All of this shit. All of this shit. So maybe balancing out by going into the opposite, the Taurus. Like, but when you get too far into Taurus, you want change up. You get too charged up. Bitch. It's the goddamn jellyfish in the water for me. It's the jellyfish of the waters for me. The fuck? A sting that will goddamn, like, earth and freaking earth. Think of, like, a seed. A seed deferred. It gives dream deferred. Like, what would a seed do? What would fixated earth, fixated, being focused, being in your own, a fixated is steady, unchangeable. It's the solid. It ain't switching up. To begin at, and then start to, you ain't switch it up so much that you have also a fixated emotion, a field of feels of reality that's there as well. So being fixated and how it is that is practical, that's like waking up every day saying like, bitch, this is life. To the point that you are so fixated in this, that this be the seed, this be that garden, this be that where you can make it a heaven or a hell, bitch. You can make it a garden, a goddamns. Like, bitch, ain't shit grown in this garden. Ain't a goddamn seed that has been sowed and has a harvest came of heaping, bitch. Like, you, if anything, you got, girl, trials and tribulations, girl, not taxes, girl. You done got a garden and got so fixated into a feel of fucking reality, bitch, that, child, you paying taxes. not esoteric texts, when at the beginning and you know, ask the whatever it is that you're doing, child. Who said that had to be the filter reality? What happened to your, you know? I feel like Scorpio fixated, like that, you know, being in the Scorpio would probably be the how do I want to put it? The layering, honey. It'd be the color aspect, like when you gotta put a flavor, when you gotta like I'm talking about Scorpio, like I'm like pulling it out my like esoteric like kitchen cabinet, and I gotta sprinkle a little bit of like, you know, cotton water. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You know, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. Like, what the fuck is about to go on here? And that's just coming from my own aspect, you know, just being more like, know what you're doing, know what you're doing, know what you're doing. Like, and at all times, you may not know what you're doing, especially when you're in this space of just like, bitch, let's go, let's new. Like, girl, you done created some shit. You done created some shit at this point. You like, I didn't created a monster, you know? But like, child, that's just to feel the reality, and that is the responsibility, honey. That's the moon. That's the moon that then flew up underneath here. That still need to get picked up. That Virgo, goddamn, you about to be up in them creases, honey, dealing with that goddamn responsibility. You let somebody get up in them creases, and now you have a responsibility that you have to take care of. Tabania, you have a responsibility, an esoteric responsibility that you need to take care of, Tabania. And you can say, fuck that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because what's the aspect of, it's a sextile away, honey. Just a sextile away to not give a fuck about. Look at Obama. He don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I put him with the goddamn squaring out the vision and making sense of shit. He don't give a fuck about none of that. Okay? I think Venus is about to move on. I'm going to have to, you know, look up on Venus and see where Venus is at. Because right now I got Venus in Scorpio. But let me double check on that one. Let's double check on that one real quick. Just while we're here with the girls. Child, this is in a whole different realm. Alright. But yeah, that came out to an 8. That 3-5, honey. As far as the numbers. Okay, at least we went past 4. Yesterday was a cute little 4. When it came to numbers, like 13. These numbers don't even fucking exist, bro. These are just accumulations of 1. Still got a 1 to deal with. This one was what? 1-3. You was still in that 1-3 of it all. And then this one was a 1-2. That was like yesterday. It was like, okay, you ain't getting past 4, but at least once it did the new, you added it up, you got to the 3-5. The 3-5. And you know, it's a new day. It's a new day. New things to deal with. New feels of reality. 5 is like, what? That feeling. That feeling of like knowing what it is that you receive and know, like play the play, honey. How you about to participate? How are you about to, in the long, the short, and in the goddamn noun, honey? What is you doing? What is you doing? Where is that leading? How many hands did you shake before you even shook a hand? That's when you know, when you just shook, when you done did some Gemini shit, when you start cusping, when you start fucking cusping, bitch, and like, you done did some shit. How many hands did you shake before you even shook a hand? How many hands did you shake before you even shook a hand? Stop shaking hands. Stop shaking hands. Just walking in a room like this. Just walk in a room like that and stand like that. And yeah, it may be awkward for people. Switch it up a little bit. Do a couple of these. They gonna be like, damn, them things just holding it up like a goddamn table if you're a female. And if it ain't nothing there, ma'am, you know, it is what it is. Hold them hands up and stop shaking goddamn hands before you even had a hand to shake. It be the mental hand shakings all the signs and sigils. Motherfuckers is freaked out on the internet over a sign and hand sigil, but will do all of these with the randoms of the goddamn. What is you doing then? Stop doing stuff then. Stop doing stuff. Don't do stuff then. If you will be, honey, I'm getting off the internet.